Today, Guru will explain to all the meditators and those fortunate enough to study with Guru about the suffering of human life that all sentient beings experience and the importance of the Lord's holy sound meditation, inner light and sound. It should be understood that all of us, as human beings, seek happiness, liberation, and many other things for our daily lives. But very few of us think about seeking a meditation technique, even though meditation is of utmost importance in our lives. For example, in life, sometimes we feel very uneasy when facing a world full of adversity. Or sometimes we feel irritated and restless when we witness suffering, both our own and that of others, and then we can't keep this annoyance to ourselves, but instead vent it on those around us. As a result, we create an atmosphere filled with sadness, worries, and pain for ourselves and others. If someone comes into contact with us, they will also be affected by the mental distress and the negative energy surrounding us. If we keep living our lives like this, then our lives become burdensome and pitiable. So, it's safe to say that this is not a wise or intelligent way to live for any of us. But how can we live joyfully while the world around us is full of suffering? This is something you need to look within yourself and find a meditation technique to focus on your inner self and meditate. This is an intelligent and wise way of living that we need to have in order to make our lives light and positive. Typically, as humans, we live in this world where we need to harmonize with society to form a community with various interactions and communications with others. No one can live on their own without needing others, unless they know how to find inner peace through meditation. Meditation is indeed very important. Therefore, if someone has not yet found a meditation method, they should seek one to alleviate all the worries and suffering that they may be entangled with every day. All of humanity should strive to look inward to bring about a truly joyful and happy life for themselves and others with the help of the Lord's holy sound. The meditation with the Lord's holy sound, inner light and sound, is an incredible power that can cleanse all the suffering in our souls. When we receive the spiritual initiation, we already possess this power. So, how can we maintain it after receiving the spiritual initiation? To maintain inner harmony with the light of wisdom and this almighty power, we must sustain inner bliss and go deep into samadhi with the Lord's holy sound. At that point, the inner Lord's holy sound within us will help us live in harmony with our surroundings. Others will also find joy, and we will coexist harmoniously in society, Even in a world filled with challenges and instability in the 21st century, a century often considered as the era of degeneration. But what causes this era of degeneration? If we are truly facing it, how can we eradicate it? How can we escape the sufferings, desires, delusions, and constraints of this era of degeneration? If you want to escape from it, the first thing you need to do is to clearly understand the cause of suffering. You need to know where it originates from, its source, and so on. Only then can you step into a life of peace, happiness, and liberation in one lifetime, a life that Guru has been advocating and explaining for all beings for many years. You must understand that all suffering arises from the ignorance of human beings, and all beings are ensnared by it. The power of the Lord's holy sound will help us eliminate the root cause of all suffering and misery. In life, whenever our minds are troubled, and we feel unhappy, we should replace these negative states with an affirming force. Because worries and troubles pollute our spirits and bodies, making us restless. They should not exist within us, so we must make every effort to eliminate them, allowing us to live in true joy and harmony. We can only achieve this through daily meditation and by listening to the Lord's holy sound. We must always concentrate and focus, then the power of wisdom, the power of the supreme sound within us, will cleanse us and free us from all suffering and disturbances in our minds and in this world. How has humanity created suffering for itself? It's through their desires, cravings, attachments, and egos. A simple example is when we observe someone behaving in a way we dislike or disagree with. We start to feel irritable with our own worldly mind, and we develop vexations. The majority of people are like this. Or every time there are inconsistencies or desires within us, like things we want but can't have or need but don't possess, our minds and spirits become tense, giving rise to frustrations, disappointments, sadness, and even inner turmoil. Often, throughout our lives, these things continue to happen because this world is a place where we frequently encounter events that lead to suffering and sorrow. Our lives tend to follow this pattern. We consistently create entanglements and anxieties, and almost all of humanity cannot resolve these entanglements, worries, and sufferings on their own. As a result, our minds and bodies are constantly in a state of tension, full of vexations, making our lives increasingly painful. This is a challenging issue for all sentient beings around the world, And in reality, this suffering is even greater, countless times more profound. However, my words fall short of fully expressing the depth of all human suffering. I hope that Guru's brief teachings, even with the limitations of language, help you understand clearly what Guru wants to convey about human suffering. Guru has a way to address this issue for you and to rearrange everyone's life, bringing many good things and peace to your lives. This way involves gaining power over the inner wisdom to help you escape from your suffering like a miracle. But where should we start to obtain this inner wisdom? And how can we experience it simultaneously with everything happening in our daily lives, while still achieving peace, happiness, and lifelong liberation every hour and moment of life? As you can see, no one on this earthly planet can ever achieve their desires with the expectation that everything will go according to their wishes. Therefore, the first thing you need to do is awaken yourself. If you continue to expect that everything will happen according to your desires, wishes, and ambitions, then what you have will never exist. That's why in response to the questions people send to Guru in online livestream programs regarding this issue, Guru reminds and answers briefly to help you understand. How can we stop reacting blindly and ignorantly to things that go against our wishes or seem contradictory when they happen to us and in this mind? How can we stop creating pressures, mental stress with desires, attachments, delusions, and suffering of human life and maintain happiness, harmony, peace, and well-being in our daily lives? Here is the answer. The meditation power of the Lord's holy sound will help you with this so that you can have a better life. This method is the internal method of light and sound meditation that Ruma has been instructing for 18 years. The Lord's holy sound meditation method is entirely different from all other meditation methods. It is suitable for the everyday lives of ordinary people like you. Whether you belong to any religion or are non-religious, or whatever social class you are from, you can all practice this method, and it will help you liberate yourself from the sufferings of human life, bringing you back to peace and happiness in life, almost like a miracle. When meditating with the Lord's holy sound meditation method, inner light and sound, no matter what happens in your life, you can respond to it gently and calmly. When any tension arises in your mind, causing restlessness, fear, and discomfort, if you immediately shift your focus to meditating on the Lord's holy sound, all that discomfort will dissipate. You can meditate at any time, anywhere, to make your life a remarkable experience. However, in your role as a member of society, You should let everything happen naturally, much like when you're thirsty, you drink, when you're hungry, you eat, and when you're tired, you rest. Every day, practice meditation with the Lord's Holy Sound meditation method, inner light and sound, that Guru has emphasized, and shift your focus to meditation more than looking at others. For example, when something happens, don't use it as an excuse to get angry at anyone in your family or society. Instead, calm your mind, start reciting the holy name or meditating on the Buddha, turn your attention inward to see the beauty, the wisdom, and the inner light of others, rather than focusing on their flaws. Gradually, your life will improve. You can also make a note of what you need to do to make your life better. Strive to train and guide yourself in this way, and over time, your inner turmoil, anger, greed, and jealousy will diminish, and the power of the Lord's holy sound will soothe and cleanse everything, because it is a force of wisdom, a force of the universal truth. This is the most useful solution that Guru has instructed and emphasized, and it has been effective for hundreds of thousands of practitioners who have embraced the Lord's Holy Sound meditation method, also known as inner light and sound meditation. Without this, for many years, Guru would not have had to patiently and diligently travel everywhere to teach this meditation method to people all over the world. Even the monks and nuns who follow Guru's teachings, the Ruma practitioners, have also continued to follow Guru on the path of spiritual practice to liberate their troubled minds and prevent them from disturbing their lives as well as the lives of all sentient beings. However, this solution is truly effective only when you maintain unwavering focus in meditation and have the strongest faith in the meditation method and your Guru. When you have strong faith and maintain constant focus on meditation, listening to the Lord's holy sound, and following the instructions given when the Guru transmitted the spiritual initiation, then the troubles, suffering, greed, attachment, and delusion will be cleansed by the Lord's holy sound deep within your subconscious mind. Your life will become incredibly beautiful. But remember, never continue to create new troubles. Instead, strive to strengthen your inner affirmations and faith every day. In addition to that, you must ensure that your heart always has joy in order for sleep, life, and your business in society to be positive and beautiful. Don't let your mind be restless, compressed, or tense. Otherwise, inner worries will continue to flare up, and your life will never have happiness and peace. If you truly focus inward, meditate attentively, keep your body, speech, and mind pure, avoid involvement in unworthy activities, don't listen to petty things, and concentrate on the wisdom of your mind, looking for goodness in others rather than their faults, whenever inner worries arise, don't pay attention to them, and don't observe or confront them. By doing this, you can find yourself, your inner Buddha nature, and realize the immense beauty you have in life. Day by day, if you cut back on the time spent watching TV, television, the internet, YouTube, and focus solely on meditation, only speak affirmatively, and maintain unwavering faith in your spiritual teacher by paying attention to and listening to the Lord's holy sound within, gradually all inner suffering and worries will disappear. This solution is very good for you, for all meditators, and for those who want to embark on the path of meditation in the Lord's holy sound method. Inner light and sound, helping you avoid extremism, repression, and enabling you to express joy outwardly rather than burying your life in worries, criticisms, sufferings, ambitions, hatred, competition, anger, envy, and jealousy from the subconscious of the worldly mind. You will truly eliminate all of these undesirable things if you focus on meditation, letting them be cleansed by the Lord's holy sound and the power of wisdom within you. You must strive to express this effort through affirmations, kind words, and deep love within you so that the troubles of the world never come to you. Indeed, if you always look at everything with a peaceful, joyful, and loving heart, not allowing the troubles to dominate your life, you will easily eliminate the suffering within you. That is the best life that I, Ruma, have always explained to help you achieve over the years. In fact, what Guru explains to you may sound very simple, but putting it into practice in your daily life is not easy. In reality, when you practice according to Guru's instructions, as conveyed during the spiritual initiation to eliminate the negativity within you, you may indeed find it challenging. However, do not worry. If you genuinely focus on meditation, the bursts of anger, jealousy, or profound suffering still stored within you will be quickly consumed by the Lord's holy sound. Sometimes, it may take time for each of us to fully recognize this. For example, after a period of meditation, you might notice that your expressions of anger, greed, jealousy, attachment, and desires in your actions and words have diminished or become gentler. The suffering and hardships in your life may also start to subside. However, they are truly consumed when the inner love is expanded, and you advise others to embrace vegetarianism and explore this method of meditation, the path of the Lord's holy sound, inner light and sound. That's when you realize that the greed, attachment, jealousy, and suffering that have been accumulated within you from lifetime to lifetime have all been burned away by the power of the Lord's holy sound, returning to you a genuinely pure, joyful, and peaceful self. Currently, the world is filled with suffering and turmoil due to conflicts and natural disasters, causing people to despair, sorrow, cry, regret, or blame each other. We may pray for forgiveness and mercy from divine beings. We may even come before the statues of deities or revered figures like saints, Buddhas, or gods to worship and beseech them for salvation from our suffering. However, these actions often don't bring much benefit to our lives, and our suffering continues. Why is this? It's because humans keep making mistakes, seeking forgiveness and repentance, but they never stop committing these errors. They don't utilize the power of the Lord's holy sound to cleanse themselves of their mistakes. So, how can we escape from this suffering? We can certainly repent and ask for forgiveness from divine beings, but that alone is not enough. We need to stop making mistakes, and, most importantly, we need to learn meditation. We must use the Lord's holy sound, and our inner wisdom to eliminate all suffering. This is the best solution we can turn to. One important thing that Guru often reminds you of is that it's challenging to recognize when your mental suffering begins because it usually arises from the deep layers of your mind, the obscured, grasping, greedy, jealous, and deluded aspects of your mind. Once it arises, it builds up in layers, making it difficult to control. The most effective way to deal with this is through meditation with the method of the Lord's holy sound. When you sit in meditation in silence, you will clearly see everything. With the power of the Lord's holy sound, these mental sufferings will be mastered thoroughly, and your mind will not be able to observe them. Therefore, practicing meditation with the Lord's holy sound, inner light and sound, is essential and beneficial for each of our lives. Alright, Guru will stop here. Hopefully, Guru's lecture today will be of more help to you. Guru will try to explain more things to you on the nearest day to make your daily meditation practice and that of all sentient beings, as well as those who have a connection with Guru in this life, better. So that the inward focus with the method of the Lord's holy sound, inner light and sound, becomes deeper and more profound, with many high-level experiences. Guru wishes you peace and peace.